Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the ascension process, and we are going to be doing the sneak peek into 2023 for the sign of Pisces today. I apologize wholeheartedly, Pisces. I overlooked that I hadn't done your video yet. I think it was all the videos around the Pisces season energies. Just sort of, it felt like I was covering so much of that energy that I totally spaced it. That's the excuse anyway. So I joked in the Taurus video that I was saving the best for last, but I guess I was saving the best for last with you. So we're going to get right into it. I love my Pisces. One of my best friends is a Pisces. You guys are near and dear to my heart. So please do not be insulted. I am so excited that I get to do this reading for you guys now. And it's going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, anybody with heavy placements in the sign of Pisces, anyone who resonates strongly with Pisces energy, or anybody who is simply called to this video. If you felt called here, there's probably a message in here for you. We're going to look at the first half of 2023, and then we're going to look at the second half of 2023. And yes, we are a good chunk of the way through the first half of 2023 at this point. So this will be for the remainder up until like June-ish, right? We know that time is fluid, and so we aren't giving exact dates here, but around June-ish for the first half, and then from June on into the second half here. Clear. And we're going to start with the tarot for empaths, Reiki, and energy healers. All right, let's get some energy for Pisces, the remainder of the first half of 2023 here. And for expediency's sake, I'm not going to keep saying that whole mouthful. I'm just going to say first half of 2023. What's going on? And Spirit is bringing to my mind that some of this may cover things that have happened already for further clarity in this first half of 2023. So take it as it resonates. As we always say, this is a general reading. There's a lot of Pisces out there, probably a good amount of Pisces who will find this video and watch this channel. So not everything is going to be for everyone. Use your own personal heart resonance, as we should be always with everything. I do want to say, as we're getting going here, that of course Neptune has been in your sign for quite a while, and Neptune is the ruler of your sign. So you've been feeling that additional Neptunian energy for a long time now, many years, and it will be until April 2025, I believe it was, when I looked through my ephemeris, when Neptune moves into the sign of Aries. And that's going to be a really intense, empowering time for you guys. But right now, you're still in your full Piscean energy, working with these Piscean themes. Neptune is moving into, I believe, is in the final decan of Pisces, or yes, Pisces now. Let me just pull up my chart real quick here and double check that. And by the final decan, I mean the final 9-10 degrees or so of the sign of Pisces. Yeah, it's at 25 degrees, I believe it says. Yeah, I had to zoom in there because the little type, I'm getting to the point where I can't quite read everything that small. We've reached that point in life, you guys. But yeah, so 25 degrees of Pisces. So in that final decan, really wrapping up collectively these lessons around the Pisces energy, especially as we are closing out the age of Pisces and moving into the age of Aquarius now. So there's a lot of lessons around these themes that your energy represents. And these are the themes, of course, that Pisces, those who incarnate with heavy Pisces energy, these are the themes that you are looking to explore. One of the themes, right? Our chart can tell us many themes, many different placements, and things show us the soul evolutionary energies that we came here to work with. But our sun sign, or any of our major signs, when we have Pisces, or we have strong Neptune placements. So some of you may have a strong Neptune, and that may be why you were drawn to this video. You're here to work with the spiritual. You're here to work with the unseen, with the mystical. You're here to work through themes of sacrifice, of service, themes of powerlessness and empowerment, right? Themes of moving out of that victim consciousness, understanding, working with the energy of that, moving into that higher vibration, really seeing and understanding all of life from that higher viewpoint, that higher soul perspective, so to speak. And there's a lot of powerful soul lessons. Pisces is an incredibly wise energy because it is that final sign of the zodiac. This is where it all comes together. But it's also a very elusive energy. It does rule that 12th house, right? Which is the house, it can be known as the house of our undoing. It's also the house of the collective unconscious. And so there's a lot of deep and powerful themes. What Spirit's bringing through right now is that those who incarnated with intense Neptunian placements or heavy Pisces placements in their charts, you are the ultimate empaths. And I think that's why I chose this Empaths Tarot to start you guys out. And you're the ultimate transmuters in some ways. Like, you are so tapped into that collective energy. That energy runs through you. And this higher spiritual energy runs through your veins. And so there are going to be a lot of situations you encounter in life that ask you to step into your power, that offer you the opportunity to choose the lower or the higher path. And it's up to you to consistently choose that higher path and to really help to transform and alchemize many of these collective energies for humanity. This is not a small task, you guys. So I take my hat off to you for that. You have a deep sensitivity. You have a deep connection to your soul, to the soul of the world, is what I'm feeling. And with all that's going on in the world right now, that is intense, and it can often be a heavy burden. That's why it's so important to understand these themes of sacrifice and service, and to understand what is a worthy sacrifice and where it is that we are sacrificing too much and how we can bring that into balance. What else here? Saturn is in your sign as well. So these soul lessons until 2026, I believe I want to say April again, actually. April's a powerful month for shifts for you guys in the upcoming years. So I want to say it's April 2026 that Saturn moves out of the sign of Pisces and into the sign of Aries. So it's interesting. We've got these next few years of really working with the lessons of your Piscean placements. And then you're going to be moving, you're going to have your ruling planet, as well as the following year, Saturn. Well, I guess that won't really affect, it'll affect everyone, Saturn moving into Aries, but your ruling planet moving into Aries. So there's going to be a lot of themes really stepping into that empowerment even more profoundly. But right now it's about finding that. It's about digging deep within your soul, really mastering these lessons for this cycle of your evolution, really working with the mastering of the Piscean energy, where you're allowing yourself to be guided by spirit, to be connected by spirit, but also to live and work and function in this three-dimensional world as we continue this process of shifting that into a higher dimension. But it's the understanding, and this is what Saturn and Pisces brings through. And if you guys haven't watched the Saturn and Pisces video, I highly suggest that you do, because it's going to be extremely relevant for you, especially where Saturn is moving through your sign right now. It's like bringing all of that spiritual knowledge, all of that wisdom into the physical, into our practical experiential reality. And you guys are really key in assisting the collective, in anchoring in this higher spiritual energy into this plane, into this dimension, and then of course assisting in the raising of that frequency of the planet. But first it comes with really, in these next few years with Saturn in your sign, mastering these hard knock lessons of like responsibility, of what is your responsibility, right? Of boundaries, of discipline and determination. So it's going to be intense in all those ways. And let's take a look at the cards now. We have one card out here, Ten of Swords in reverse, which is lifting anguish in this deck. So I love that. What else just fell out here? The Wheel of Fortune, Lucky Twist of Fate. All right, I'm loving these first two cards out for you guys. And Ten of Coins, Lasting Security. Ooh, this is beautiful. With Ten of Wands, Heavy Burden on the bottom of the deck. And as I'm feeling this on the bottom of the deck, I'm feeling like this has been an overriding energy of sort of like where you've been, where you're coming from. You may still be feeling this energy. And so like we said, this is working with that Saturn and Pisces energy again as well, right? This is about really understanding the burdens that you're carrying, which are yours, which are not. Like we said, you guys are like sponges for collective energy. And so what Spirit wants you to know and understand first and foremost is that a lot of times, not all the energy you're carrying is yours. All right. So really taking that time and opportunity, where and when you can find it, to disconnect from the collective, to disconnect from the outside world, really get centered in yourself and get familiar with your own energy. So you understand when you're feeling something that's yours and when you're simply taking on those other energies. And when you do take on those other energies, you are meant to transmute them. So simply send love to them. You guys are really good at that. Imagine releasing them with love. All right. Imagine burning them in a transformational fire. All right. Light that fire. Keep that fire lit within your hearts, within your solar plexus. That fire of transmutation. But it feels like you guys have been carrying some heavy burdens as well for a long time. All right. This is like, I don't really work as anyone who watches this channel knows. And if you're new, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you guys all click that like button. I don't typically do traditional spreads on here, but in the Celtic cross spread, this would be like the, this card feels like, you know, when they have like the core and the card that represents the core energy, this is like the underlying energy of kind of like what a lot of you guys have been through. I feel like I've been experiencing and going through is like, carrying some heavy, heavy burdens. And see how he's walking on a tightrope there? It really has felt like you were walking on a tightrope. And imagine walking on a tightrope carrying all of these boulders, right? How challenging that would be. So we have the Ten of Swords lifting anguish when it is in reverse, all right? So this is the end of a very tough and painful cycle here. Anguish, that word, I think, is really... It's a good word to describe this energy. All right. Anguish is not like we have words like pain and struggle and disappointment, right? But anguish, even suffering doesn't compare to the word anguish. That's an intense energy and an intense emotion. So if some of you guys have been going through that true intensity of like true suffering, just know that you're coming out of that now. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Pentacles here. All right, these are beautiful cards. This is like something happening. Some twist of fate, some circumstance that really shifts the energy. And you're able to begin creating something stable. Whereas, and of course, with Neptune, your planet moving through your sign, it has probably felt like there's been a lot in your life that has been not stable for a very long time. And I want to actually check for you guys. Let's see. When Neptune entered your sign, I do want to look at this. It's easier to see in my ephemeris than it is going through in my astro chart on the phone. So this won't take as long. There we go. Neptune in Aquarius, 2005. We're moving forward here. Still in Aquarius, Pisces. Here we go. Here we go. Because I want you guys to have a feel for how long this has been here. That Neptune has been in your ruling planet has been in your sign. So we have 2012 here. Yeah, it was 2012. It was September of 2012. When Neptune first entered your sign. I want to see if there was a retrograde. Yeah, September 2012. All right. So this cycle of Neptune and Pisces has been going on since 2012. So think back to 2012 and sort of the flux of energy that you've been experiencing since then. And like we said, 2025, Neptune is going to move out of your sign. So that is the chunk of time that we're working with, where it may have felt like things were very fluid, like things were hard to pin down, kind of that, I was going to say delusional, but illusory energy that Neptune can produce, right? Like nothing was stable, like you were kind of floating in this void, right? Really, and remember that void is where all creativity, all creation springs from. But that's a long time to be floating in that, floating through different expressions of who you are, different understandings of yourself and the world. And now, like, and the point of that was the lack of stability, right? And so that's one cycle, one understanding of this energy. Another is like, I feel like a shorter period of time than since 2012, right? But still a substantial period of time for many of you where you have felt like you just couldn't find your footing, where you've really desired something stable and maybe thought that you had achieved it or were achieving it several times, only for it to kind of float away. And so it's like really anchoring in that energy of the kind of security that you desire and deserve, and that you have really earned at this point. But Saturn in Pisces is going to make sure that you continue to earn it, and you understand the process of getting it, the process of maintaining it. All right? But there is a lucky twist of fate here. There is a lucky set of circumstances. And I am feeling for some of you guys, this Wheel of Fortune may have felt or may feel more like a tower moment, and that it comes in and wipes the slate clean. It may be a jarring, for some have been a jarring experience. But whatever it is, whatever happened, whether this was a gentle experience or more of a jolting experience, you're moving into a period where that anguish is lifting, where you're getting ready to be able to put down the burdens that you no longer need to carry, or finding a way to readjust and make them lighter. It's like these boulders don't have to feel like boulders. Some of them can feel like feathers. It's just all about how you carry them. All right. So there's some beautiful circumstances coming in for you guys. It feels like the universe is really on your side. And I feel like some of you guys, you may have felt for quite some time like you were just completely unsupported by spirit, or just disconnected from spirit in general. All right. And now it's like you're really feeling and noticing and sensing. And what Spirit's saying is that you were not unsupported before. You just could not recognize the support for what it was. You could not recognize the opportunities, the blessings. You could not feel. It's kind of like, I feel it almost like your guardian angel or your team with their hand on your shoulder, but you could not feel their hand there. All right. And for some of you guys, it's because you were blinded by your own anguish, your own pain, your own initiation. Many of you guys have been going through an initiation since 2012. Yes, absolutely. But as the whole world has, really, right? And that's where you see the collective energies of Neptune and Pisces, a spiritual initiation. But especially over the past few years, or this could be 3 to 5 years for people is the time frame. 7 for some. 7's coming up as well, but for many, 3 to 5. All right, let's get some more energy here. We have the Empress coming out, nurturing creator. All right, this is creating life. This is like birthing a new life, some new creation into the world. Some of you guys actually being mothers, but it doesn't have to be, or fathers, right? Take this, I don't want to be too gender specific here. But this is like really embracing, what this feels like even more than that is like embracing both your divine feminine, your feminine energy. It's like a big major healing of your feminine energy that you've been undergoing here. And catharsis is the word I want to use. And remember, when you heal one aspect of your energy, you heal the other. We both are made of both masculine and feminine. And when you heal one, you must heal the other, because you work with the energy of the other to heal the one. They are linked. They are infinitely connected and ultimately unified, right? But we're not going to get into all of that right now, although you guys understand union and unification and oneness, right? But it's like you are becoming one with where you might have felt disconnected from your soul, you're coming back into oneness with your soul. And really healing, bringing powerful healing to that wounded feminine energy, that wounded mother energy. I am feeling that mother energy for many experiences that really, for some of you guys, I feel like what you're doing, if you are mothers, or you've been working through this mother energy, this womb energy, this sacred divine feminine energy in some respect, if you've had challenges related to motherhood, related to any expression of the feminine, when we talked about in the beginning, you know how you are transmuters of collective energy, you took on the pain and the sorrow of the divine feminine, especially when related to the mother, when related to the nurturer. You took on a bunch of that energy, and you may have had very negative experiences in some aspects, very painful experiences in some aspects of this, so that you could transmute that energy for the feminine. All right, it's like your pain, your struggles as a nurturer, as a mother, as a creator, be what it will, however it resonates. And those of you who are masculine, I mean, this, like, take that how it resonates as well. This could be through your experience of being a parent. This could be your own divine feminine energy. You took that on so that you could heal that for the collective. That's a big job. That's a big job. Not only did you birth or conceive of a physical child, many of you. For some, this is metaphorical. For many, this is literal. But you also, so you took on the responsibility of nurturing that soul. But you also took on the responsibility and the energy of healing that for the collective. So as you continue to heal yourself, to step into and embody this role, this empress role, this beautiful divine feminine nurturing creator, creatrix being, you are bringing healing to the entirety of humanity, to the planet, to the cosmos, surrounding this energy, and the ways that this energy, the sacredness of this energy and this experience of motherhood, of being this portal for life, for creation, right? The ways that that energy is respected or not, the ways that that energy is supported or not. You are healing as you heal yourself, as you step into and embody this role and heal any wounds from where what your experience has been. You heal that for the entire collective. So that's fucking powerful. That is powerful. And I had a couple crystals, a clear quartz and this other beautiful crystal here. I'm not always good with the names. It's hard for you to see. It's beautiful. I had both of these crystals call to me for your reading, so I've been kind of holding them on and off. A lot of that beautiful, pure white crystalline energy being channeled for you during this reading. Yeah, the 10 of Wands right there on the bottom. We're going to put that back in the deck because that's the energy that is releasing. Anything else for this first half of 2023 here? Six of Cups, cherished memories. All right, I actually want to, and then on the bottom of the deck, the Lover's inverted haunted choice. All right, so some of you guys may be making decisions about love relationships, lovers. Some of you may be caught right now in this first half of 2023, like having to make hard choices. Having these nostalgic memories or these memories. What I'm feeling from this, actually, from the cherished memories, I'm feeling like there's somebody that you're thinking of. This is a person from your past. This isn't somebody that you're currently connected with. For some people, this person may actually be transitioned, passed on to another realm at this point even. But you're really reminiscing, you're missing this person, their energy. And for some of you guys, it's like you made a choice between two people. And you're thinking about the person that you didn't choose. And you're wishing that you had made another choice almost. And so Spirit's saying everything happens as it's meant. There were soul contracts that had to be fulfilled. You didn't make the wrong choice. All right, you made the choice that was right for you at the time, that led you down the road of the growth that your soul wanted and needed to experience. All right, but for some of you guys, it's like this is haunting you a little bit. For others of you, it's like there's a choice, a hard decision that has to be made now regarding somebody that you had or have an intense, intimate connection with. And you're having difficulty letting go because you're starting to or you're thinking a lot about the good times and the good memories, and there's like a piece or a part of them that you don't want to let go and release. We have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. A decision, a call to action, right? There's some action that has to be taken here. For some of you guys, I feel like what Spirit is also wanting you to know is there is somebody, and it may be a person, like somebody that I just mentioned, this may be somebody else. For a lot of you guys, this has to do with a person you know you have to let go of. They're holding a piece of your soul, a fragment of your soul energy, because they don't want to let you go. All right, and you guys need to have that released. Either do this work on your own. There's some cords that need to be cut. It's like if you already made the choice, this is what needs to be done now. If you haven't made the choice yet, that choice needs to happen. You know in your heart and your soul what the correct choice for you is, for the highest good of all right? If you have already made that choice, and you're still feeling haunted by the memory of what could have been or what should have been, or you're just, for some reason, there's strings that tie you to this person. For some of you, it's like you have somebody that you're needing to let go or release, and you're like, with this motherhood energy here, right? Perhaps you have a child together. There's some things, but energetically, there's work that can be done and needs to be done to release them. You need to reclaim that aspect, that fragment of your soul. You may be holding on to fragments of their soul as well. So there's an exchange that needs to happen there. A cleansing and clearing of those soul fragments, a return to their rightful owners. There are cords that need to be cut or transmuted. For some of you guys, it's like you can't cut the cords completely because you still have to interact with this person. If, for example, like in the child analogy, right? There is some interaction that will continue with this person. So you may simply need to transmute that cord. All right? Go into a meditation, feel into what feels right for you. You guys are very intuitive. You can do this. If you guys want any assistance, please reach out to me. This is stuff that we can do in Theta healing, Belvaspata, even a bunch of the different modalities that I offer and practice. My information is in the description box below. Like I said, send me an email. But there's some work that needs to be done around that. Yeah. And for some of you guys, even like not looking at love here, Spirit's saying don't let yourself get sucked too deeply into this energy of could have, would have, should have. All right? Getting lost in the fantasy of what might have been. And definitely don't allow yourself to fall into an energy of blaming yourself for choices that you made that perhaps caused you to not have enough time with somebody that you loved, that perhaps caused you to, you feel like you missed out. And this could be beyond those, any choices that you've made, any decisions that you've made. It's like, looking back, it's like that grass is always greener on the other side energy. Don't go there. Don't let yourself go there. All right. This is a big lesson of Pisces energy, right? And something that we're all learning collectively as well. It's like, first of all, what's done is done. All right. What's done is done. We have to simply accept it. It's the energy of acceptance of what is. All right. And the first step to changing, to creating change, is being able to accept what is. Once we're able to, well, first it's being aware of what is, right? And then being able to accept it. And once we're able to accept what is, we then have the power to shift it. But the acceptance must come first. All right. And so it's like forgiveness is coming up as well. Spirit saying you need to forgive yourself. And there may be other people you need to forgive as well. And if you are having energetic attachments to somebody that you had to let go of, or that you're needing to let go of, there's a forgiveness piece that is going to help to set some of that energy free as well. All right. So that's a side note there. But so first of all, it's that understanding of the acceptance of what is. All right. And then moving on from there, not getting caught up in, like we said, coulda, woulda, shoulda, in the injustice of situations, right? Remember, use your gift, your ability to see from that higher perspective, that soul perspective. What is all of this about on a soul level? All right. Sometimes when we're in this intense amount of anguish, it's difficult for us to detach ourselves enough to view from that higher perspective. Or it's like we may understand that fundamentally, but it's like we're so caught up in emotion. Remember, you guys are a water sign that we just don't care. All right. And we're still angry. We're still frustrated. And we're still, when we're in that anger and that frustration, there is a lack of acceptance that is often inherent in that. All right. The anger of like the self-righteous anger is what I'm feeling of like, I shouldn't have to accept this. All right. This should not be. All right. So moving out of that energy, moving out of this energy of feeling haunted by the past, by especially what could have been. All right. And the other thing that Spirit wants to remind you is that there are infinite timelines and possibilities, right? Every time we make a choice, all the other choices we could have made exist in a different timeline too. All right. And some of those are easily accessible to us. Some of those, it would take a lot of magic to get us there, right? It could happen. All possibilities are possible. Right? We could move to a timeline where we made a completely different choice. But would we want to? I mean, this is the timeline that we chose. So would we want to negate the lessons held in our conscious awareness of the choice that we made? I don't know how to put what I'm trying to say exactly, but what I'm trying to say, or what Spirit wants you to understand, is like, like I said, this was an initiation. All right. You want to keep this experience because it's grown your soul exponentially, and you can use these timelines that were created, but there are an infinite amount of timelines available to you. Many that are simply slightly different variations of this reality that we're currently in. And you can align with the different realities that you want to experience. All right. If there are things that you're wanting to shift around your general reality right now, shift into align with that frequency, become that frequency. And that's what you're doing right now. That's what you're doing right now. And it's opening up all kinds of doors and potentials for you. And it is creating this energy right here. All right. Okay. Earned reward is what it says on this Judgment card. Okay. So there is a powerful reward that your soul is has earned, that is coming your way if you're willing to continue doing the work, which I feel like you guys are. You notice this woman has two sides, two faces as well. The dark and the light. I mean, they both look pretty phenomenal to me. All right. But it's like embracing and loving all the sides of you as well. Powerful, radical self-acceptance I'm feeling. And then we have I want to comment before we go on a few more of these energies here. All right, before we pull for the second half. So we have drain, defeat, 9 of Wands in reverse, coming out with emotional introspection, Ace of Cups in reverse. And so this is where Spirit's saying, really dive deep into yourself. There's a lot of beautiful, positive changes happening, but there's still shadow work that needs to be done. There's still a level of emotional introspection that needs to happen here. And you guys are really good at both, right? You're really good at emotional introspection and you're really good at avoidance, all right? That's why Pisces can represent with that 12th house our undoing, right? So this is like escapism, those kinds of energies. You are a master of both. So where are you going to focus your energy? For some of you guys, it was like the amount of pain that you were in almost required detachment and avoidance. All right. It was like survival mode for some of you guys, but now you're coming out of that and you are being asked to do this this inner work here that's been needing to be done. For some of you guys, it's like some of these intense situations you've been through, like they pushed you to the point where you had to go where you weren't willing to go before. All right. Inside. And this is how you reclaim your power and your soul light. All right. And it was 33:32 moving into 33:33 on the clock when I said that. Trinity energy, mind, body, spirit, ascended master energy, right? So if you are feeling defeated, if there is a situation, Spirit's saying especially examine the situations in your life where you feel as though you are experiencing defeat, or you feel as though you have been defeated. Because first of all, you haven't been. You are winning, all right? But examine, understand those. But this is also saying like, find the victory, the success in the imagined defeat, right? But this is also just that was the energy that I channeled before, the reason the defeat card was there. That's what brought you that energy of being defeated, right? Surrender. It's like that energy where we're pushed to the point where we fall to our knees, like they talk about that in 12-step, right? Literally or metaphorically. All right. It's like Spirit pushed you to that point so that you were ready to do and look at the things that you had been avoiding, which include, we have excessive expectations, 3 of Cups in reverse here. For some of you guys, this has to do with substance stuff too, right? The 3 of Cups can represent overdoing it, overindulging when it comes to like, escapism things again, right? Hedonism, that kind of an energy. But the excessive expectations, I think that's interesting. And then we have self-deception here. All right. So these are 2 of the shadow energies that Spirit's wanting you to look at. Where it is that you have been lying to or hiding from yourself. Really getting clear and honest with yourself. Saturn and Pisces again. Accepting those hard truths. And really understanding where it is that your own expectations of people or situations set you up for failure. And also for some of you guys, it's like the expectations you had of yourself. All right, this is like perfectionism energy. This is where you demand such a high level of performance from yourself in some one or all areas of your life, and nobody can live up to that. All right, so for some of you guys, it's like you're working through that energy, and that is the polarization of your energy, right? Your zodiac complement, Virgo energy, right? You're working with that axis. Clear. All of you with heavy Neptunian or Piscean placements, as well as those with heavy Virgo placements, right? If you have both, then you're definitely working a lot with this axis. It is the axis I call the Virgo Pisces axis, the axis of service. And what's the other thing? I came up with such catchy names with them for them all when I did the video. Service and consciousness. All right, and there is a class that I taught for Synchronicity University linked in the description box below that you can purchase for $11.11. Information on how to do that is below. That goes over all 6 axes of the zodiac, how to balance those, how to understand those energies, the interplay between them. All right, for the second half of 2023, I want to start with a Gateway of Light activation card. All right, so right away, we know we're starting off with a bang here. All right, so this is going to be clear. Going into the Syrian gateway. This is going to be going into, of course, then the 8-8 portal as we begin the second half of 2023. Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus rising. Heavy Piscean and Neptunian placement, second half of 2023. What does Pisces need to know and understand moving forward here? What activations, right? Because we're using the activation deck. What activations is Pisces receiving? We have the Orion activation coming through. Supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirthed by light. I love that, rebirthed by light. That's beautiful. If I can remember that might be the title for this video. What time is it? Sometimes I say stuff like that and then I forget. So I'm trying to like timestamp in my mind right now so I can go back to it if I can't remember. But this is beautiful. And Orion energy activation, while we're on the topic of this, Orion is also a starseed lineage that, and 8-8 portal connected to Orion here. All right, as well. Sirius and Orion, so it's interesting that came up as well during that. So that 8-8 portal, that Syrian gateway to 8-8 portal, I feel like there's a reason we talked about that first. It's going to be a powerful time for you guys. A lot of powerful activations and upgrades coming through because your density, you are releasing so much density throughout this first half of 2023 that it's really going to allow your vibration to skyrocket for many of you, I think. Also, your psychic abilities and gifts, some of those being able to come online because some that heaviness and density is releasing. Because you're cleansing and clearing and purifying your vessel, as well as your energy, your mental, your spiritual energy, your physical. But what was I saying about Orion? Oh yes, Orion. One thing that I love about their energy, I feel a kinship with Orion energy, is it's a perfect balance of dark and light. And we saw that on the Judgment card, right? So there's really an energy here of balancing your darkness and your light. I feel like for many of you guys, you dove deep into your darkness for a while. And now you're coming back up and you're bringing the lessons and the gifts of that back into the light and embracing, integrating those aspects of yourself. So that's really beautiful. We have on the bottom of the deck here, ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage boundaries. And we talked about the mother healing, right? And that powerful lineage for not just your ancestral lineage, but the collective humanity, human lineage. All right, so that was powerful. Even if that didn't resonate for all of you, there's other stuff that you're doing too. All right, different ways that you are releasing and healing karma for yourself, for the collective, and releasing it from the DNA. See that DNA strand there? It's hard to see on this camera with the way the light's reflecting, but there's a strand of DNA, a double helix going through the middle there. There you can kind of see it, right? That when we get the... All right. Some of you guys may be called to visit power places as well. I'm seeing like the Stonehenge energy here, but it could be anywhere. Glastonbury, England, I'm feeling for some of you guys. Just spending more time out under the stars in nature. That's going to be really healing for you guys. And second half of 2023 is a beautiful time to be able to do that, right? For people who live in certain hemispheres of the world, I guess. I look at things from the northeastern hemisphere, the Northeast America. So obviously that's not going to be true for everybody, but beautiful sunset. Working with the sunsets and the sunrises, as well as the moon cycles. You guys are very linked to the moon, right? You are not ruled by the moon, but you're linked to the moon. However, working with that solar energy, I feel like is going to be really powerful for you in 2023 as you are reactivating your light. The sun offers such powerful and potent healing codes within it. All right, it is our life force energy. It is the source of our light. Remember, and this is right, that Sirian gateway through 8-8 portal as well, right? Sirius is known as our spiritual sun, the grand central sun by some, right, of this galaxy. And the sun is our physical sun. It provides so much healing. So really working with the energy of the sun. And for some of you guys, I feel like the times, and I know sunset is one of my favorite times, or like that, what do they call it? Like the twilight hour. Twilight, I love the energy of that when the veil is so thin. The veil is also very thin around that time. An hour on either side is what I'm feeling here. When the sun rises and then when the sun sets. So really working with that energy in those windows of time. Really connecting with those are great times for you to meditate, for you to be out in nature. All right. And some of you guys may find you're waking up, like, for instance, you may wake up in the morning around the time right before the sun rises. If you do, it's not an accident. Really soak in some of that energy, even if you're still just laying there in bed and you're really tired and you don't want to and you don't have to get up. Just meditate, allow yourself, shift yourself consciously into that theta state if you can. I like to think of it just like a dial in my brain, and I imagine I'm turning it to theta. That's one of the fastest ways. Also just shooting your consciousness up into into the beautiful white light, right? But I'm feeling this connecting yourself above and below. All right. Rooting yourself, grounding yourselves in, but also allowing, I feel like there's going to be an opening. There's a powerful clearing of the lower chakras and an opening of the higher chakras for you, but you want to keep that rooted and grounded. But working with those, with the solar energy. I want to look up the Orion activation for you and see what this says. And I'm going to hold this card up for you again. Orion is one of the best known constellations in the night sky, blah, 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 blah. Actually, we'll read this. I won't say blah, blah. Its name is Greek for hunter, and its stars can be seen as a figure with a sword accompanied by a dog, Sirius. At the center of the constellation, 3 stars, Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka, appear in a belt-like formation. To the south of Orion's belt, there's a nebula that has revealed much about how stars and planetary systems are formed. The best way to describe this space is as a star nursery. During a star's last evolutionary stages, it explodes into a supernova, which provides the perfect space for a new star to be born. The Orion constellation is home to a number of higher beings, many of whom are dedicated to the evolution of our planet. Even though the idea of the constellation being a hunter may make it seem highly masculine, its energies are in fact similar to those of the Lemurians, and its inhabitants therefore honor all beings. The beings of Orion are in fact sacred space holders who help all of those with star power and star potential to make the changes required to become the most ascended and aware form of themselves. All right. All of your fears and setbacks are being stripped from your energy now. It is essential for your old way of being to fall away and for you to go through a process of renewal in order to move forward. The old stories of your life aren't yours to live out or live up to. You are far greater than these limiting experiences. The beings of Orion are surrounding you now and they see you as one of them. Someone who is born with the knowledge that they can live with great purpose and make a real difference to the world, whether on a global scale or in a particular corner of the planet. When you draw this card, you are being reminded that you have infinite star potential. I love that. So this is really this beautiful process of rebirthing, like we said. Orion really helping you to release all those old stories, right? All those old energies that are no longer serving you. All these old definitions of who you are, right? Neptune at its core is an energy of ego dissolution. It's an energy of, we call it, why is the word not coming to me right now? The great dissolver. All right. So really in these final stages of Neptune in your sign, in these final stages of your growth process here with working with this level of your Piscean energies, it's really about allowing that comes effortlessly to you when you surrender to it. Allowing your spirit, your higher self, with assistance from some of these beautiful benevolent beings, always, of course, stating if you're working with them consciously that they are benevolent. Helping to dissolve all that is no longer you, the stories and attachments that you have to the stories that when we're attached to the stories, and what I mean by the stories is the experiences that we've had. And we replay those over and over. We allow those to define us. They create this picture of who we are. They allow us to, when we attach to that, we attach to the limitations of that. We attach to all of these qualities and all of these things that are not truly us. And so it's the stripping away of that, the releasing of that, the allowing yourself to be brand spanking new, bright and fresh and new. Restoring your innocence, your purity. All right, this is beautiful, beautiful energy. Some of you guys are connected with the Orions. Some of you are connected with Sirius, all right? Mintaka, Lemuria. Some of these are going to, these aspects of your soul heritage are going to really resonate for you. And some of you guys may feel called to look into that more as you move through 2023. Let's see. And in order to connect with the Orions, as you view the constellation in the night sky, say, great wise ones, great benevolent wise ones of Orion, thank you for supporting my recreation and renewal. I am ready to shine like a star. This is beautiful, you guys. This is so beautiful. So powerful work with that. The shadow work that you're doing, all of the work. Some of you guys, it's like the rebirthing process. You might want to look into that. Breath work. Star Wolf of Venus Rising. She created shamanic breath work. I went to Egypt with her and a bunch of incredible souls. She is very wise, very, very powerful, very humble and knowledgeable. And she has a beautiful energy, and this modality that she created, which works with, it's a holotropic breath work mixed with the fused with the rebirthing process. And it is a really powerful way to move through some of these energies, move through some of these shadows, these different periods of creation, right? These different periods of this cyclical healing process that we go through. It works. She does trainings as well, and different events that she hosts in different places. I don't know where they're going this year. I know they are actually going to Glastonbury, I think, and England, or maybe they just did. They might have gone last year. They might be going this year. I'm not sure. She does trips that incorporate some of the breath work, and she also does powerful breath work trainings in different sacred locations, as well as her own location. So some of you guys may want to look into actually working with her, I'm feeling, or working with, looking up her book, Shamanic Breathwork. She has a couple books that she's put out now, quite a few. She also has an Egyptian oracle deck. And she's worked a lot with Egyptian energies. So she has some works around that as well that some of you guys might be interested in. But I feel like somebody's going to connect well with her energy or with the process of shamanic breathwork. And even through the book, you can learn a lot about it and you can begin practicing it. She does a lot of online trainings too. But any kind of breath work is going to be powerful. I'm just really feeling that. And also looking up the rebirthing process, which I think is its own energy as well outside of shamanic breath work. So Venus Rising, I think it's venusrising.com, I want to say. Check that out, .com.org. You'll figure it out when you get there, shamanic breath work. But yeah, regardless of what you guys, the specifics, you guys are all healing, doing powerful karmic release, healing of your lineage, healing of, like we said, collective lineage of humanity. Powerful stuff. Powerful, powerful stuff. All right. And then we have Star Gathering that I just opened up to. Stars Aligned, Remembering Home, Soul, Family. So you guys are really going to be connecting with the galactic parts of yourself. Clear. Some of you guys connecting with your literal family, reconnecting, creating a beautiful family of your own, right? Creating that sacred space for your family, but also connecting and reconnecting with your family of light, with your soul family. I feel like some of you guys, you felt isolated and disconnected for a long time. And so bringing that connection piece back in, being connected to your own soul again, feeling connected to this planet again, to your family, your tribe. It's beautiful. And then we have Sirius star blessings. So some of you guys, definitely the Sirians are working with you, or you are connecting to your own Sirian lineage here. That Sirius portal, that Sirius gateway. All right, first week of July. And then on through the 8-8, we have this powerful gateway of energy here. Peaking that first week of July. And then again, of course, especially on 7677. The sun aligns with Sirius on 7-6, and 7-7 is of course a 7-7 portal, and then again on 8-8. But all throughout that beautiful gateway of energy there, a lot of powerful abilities for you to connect your star family, really working with you diligently. All right, so take that time to work with them, and this is Sirius blessing you, the highest spiritual blessings we receive through Sirius. And it says, proceed, be seen, push through. All right. It's like you're having these incredible breakthroughs, but the work isn't done yet. There's still a lot of hard work that will have to happen, and it's still not going to be easy. But your path is blessed, and you are fully supported. And you're feeling that support now. You're feeling that support. So continue to allow yourself to feel that. Your ancestors, Crystal Skull Wisdom, are really supporting you as well. So connect with your ancestors, connect with the wise, illuminated, ancient, benevolent ones of this planet in this and other lifetimes, right? Other dimensions. They want to assist you because you guys are doing some powerful transmuting, like we said, for the collective right now. Karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. So much karma releasing. This is Saturn and Pisces, right? So much karma that you're moving through and releasing and clearing and healing. Clear. This is a major karmic cycle that you guys are coming out of, and you're coming into this beautiful, fresh, new energy. So I have a couple more cards that I want to pull for you. I want to pull from the Starseed Oracle for you guys. I also want to pull from the Isis Oracle, and I think I'm actually going to do the Isis Oracle first here, because I'm really feeling there's a card in here. It was when we were talking about the Sirius card. There's a Sirius card in this deck too, and I was thinking about it. Clear. And it's really just, I feel like there's a message. Give me a message for Pisces. Second half of 2023 or 2023 overall. Whatever. I don't think it really matters. Just a message for Pisces for this year of 2023. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Heavy placements in Pisces. Heavily aspected Neptune. Neptune, of course, being your chart. Well, Pisces rising Neptune is your chart ruler as well, right? So we have the truth is unveiled. The revelation of Isis coming out. And we're going to read that. And the flower of life on the bottom of the deck, divine creativity and manifestation. Yes, so you guys are moving into a powerful period of manifestation. Some of you guys, oh my God, the pyramid of light underneath that, and divine sisterhood, sisters and brothers of light. This is the miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. Wings of Isis, uniting with the angelic self, divine destiny. You guys, soul retrieval. This is... I'm so excited for you guys. It's not going to be easy, but your path is assured. Keep moving forward. All right? Keep going. Keep looking in the places that are hard to look. All right? Keep moving through the lessons. Keep stepping into, it's like, imagine the pyramid that you are mounting this pyramid. Every step you take is bringing you closer to your divine source self, to the trueness of who you are, to oneness and union with your higher self. Every step, every lesson, every obstacle you overcome brings you that much closer. All right, you guys, and this says step your vibration deeper into love. All right? This is so, you guys are with this really working with and learning how to manifest, how to create. There's so much creation energy. With that Empress card, I just keep feeling and seeing that energy. You guys, in 2023, you are the Empress, okay? She is the embodiment of all the queens in the deck. The Divine Mother, all right? You guys are unstoppable, so keep moving forward. Keep growing, keep progressing. Isis wants to be a guide, especially if you're working on coming home to your heart, coming into your power, coming home to your heart, realigning with your soul. She really wants to be a guide for some of you. So you may want to work with Isis. You guys may want to get a deck. I think that's why I mentioned Star Wolf as well, because she works with those powerful Egyptian energies and deities. I know she's doing another trip to Egypt soon as well. In the next couple of years, I want to say. She has that Oracle deck, like I mentioned. I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head. But working with that, or this deck that I'm reading from right now is called the Isis Oracle. I'm trying to find this card here, because I did want to read it for you, but I'm not. It's really weird how the I'm going to give up in a second and just assume that we aren't meant to read it. If you guys have this deck, I know some of you do, you can look it up. Truths Unveiled. Here we go. I want to read this for you guys in closing. I may not have time right now. I am on a bit of a time constraint, as I often am these days, as far as your reading goes. But since I did kind of space doing your reading, which once again I apologize wholeheartedly for, you guys, it all comes in perfect divine timing, though. It all comes in perfect divine timing. There was a reason. Neptune, that illusion, that veil was placed in order for me to do it at the perfect time. So this is the perfect time that it's happening right now. And I want to give a shout out to Ty for being the person that, the enabler of divine timing, that reminded me gently of the fact that Pisces was missing there. So we're going to read this card for you in closing. And then where I was going with that is I may do a bonus reading for you guys at some point over the next few days or next week or so, just as a little extra love for Pisces here. So if we don't have time to pull from the Starseed Oracle, which I'm thinking we might not, that may be what we read from for you guys. The revelation of Isis. There are times when appearances of people, places, and things are truly deceptive. You will sense this when something feels uncomfortable within you, when you notice feelings of anxiety or doubt within you. You may think there is something wrong with you, but actually you are intuitively sensing that all is not as it appears to be. It is wise to trust your inner feeling rather than being convinced by outward appearance. There is a situation in your life, especially involving relationships, where something is not as it is being made out to be. To avoid undue suffering later on, Isis guides you to truth and revelation now. And for some of you guys, this is like seeing the things that you hadn't seen before even more clearly. And being able to operate in all areas of your life, not just around relationship, but in all areas of your life from that more clear perspective. All right? Seeing where others were lying to you, where you were lying to yourself, where you were feeling your intuition but not trusting it, and now really getting aligned with that and letting your intuition guide you. All right? The revelation of Isis is needed when something or someone is not as it outwardly appears to be. No matter how sacred it may seem, a spiritual person, a family relationship, a shared history, there are times when, although it is more painful to admit the truth in the short term, in the long term it will save you much suffering and feelings of being duped, misled, manipulated, used, or abused. It will also make it more likely that the situation or relationship can grow into a healthier expression if possible. You cannot heal what is not revealed. Isis is with you now to help you realize the truths, to admit that you were probably already sensed it anyway, and to make wise use of these revelations now. The Oracle of Truths Unveiled speaks of a time soon to come when you will realize true perception. What you thought was trustworthy, legitimate, or reliable may turn to sand, crumbling before your eyes. This may be a friendship, a job, an offer of some kind, or even the behavior of a loved one, causing you to question the real commitment or respect in a family or romantic relationship. What is important here is to realize that when you see the truth, you can act appropriately. You will not proceed with inappropriate expectations, and you can reassess your boundaries and priorities to get the most out of a situation and not suffer undue disappointment later on. Isis was betrayed by her brother Set, who out of his great jealousy murdered her beloved Osiris. Now Isis was able to demonstrate great spiritual strength and healing power to resurrect her beloved Osiris, and all was not lost. She also learned a painful and valuable lesson that it is wise to take our intuitive feelings seriously and to recognize a snake in the grass when there is one. When pregnant with her divine child Horus, she ran and hid from Set, recognizing that he was destructive and dangerous, honoring what she knew and not pretending that it would all just be fine. And in doing so, her child was able to be born. In the same way, there are creative impulses and new life within you that need to be protected until they are strong enough to withstand negativity or undermining by another out of jealousy or fear. Even when a close friend whom you love and who loves you may struggle with your creative side, perhaps because they are not yet ready to tap into their own creativity, it is best to be honest with yourself and know that sometimes, out of sense and kindness, the fragile creative beginnings of a project or a new habit or interest need to be protected. Like Isis, you must protect that which needs it by recognizing where something or someone could harm rather than nourish new life. You are being guided with this oracle to trust your judgment about someone's motivations or intentions. If you feel something is not quite right, then give your discernment a chance to more fully form so that you can see the truth. The more emotionally detached you allow yourself to be, the clearer your assessment of a person, situation, or offer is likely to be. If you have been thinking that you already see the truth in a situation, this oracle is confirmation of the accuracy of that perception, and that further confirmation that you are seeing something accurately will soon be given if requested. Ask for revelation and be patient. Clear perception is imminent and will help you make wise choices. And so this, for some of you guys, is going back to the relationship that needs to be released that we talked about in the first half of 2023. Some of you guys, it's like you really know what you need to know. You've known and sensed the truth for some time. So this is confirmation of that, and to continue following your heart, your soul, your spirit, your inner voice. And to know that whatever you have to do to protect yourself, those that you love, those that depend on you, your own happiness, vibrancy, and well-being, do that. Do that. All right? And don't be duped. Some of you guys, I feel like you have clarity in the beginning of 2023, and then toward the end, this person or this situation starts pulling the wool over your eyes again. And so this card is your wake-up call to remind you, you know the truth, you saw it, you sense it. Don't allow yourself to be fooled again. All right? You are in a period of intense creativity and manifestation, reconnection with your soul self, your higher self, so much activation coming in for you guys, stepping deeper into love, recognizing and seeing what is love and what is not love, and calling more love into your life. All right? Connect with the souls, with the experiences that bring joy, love, and light and laughter to your being, lightness to your being. Yes, do the heavy work, but also seek out that which brings lightness. All right. Allow that density to release. And don't be tricked into situations or circumstances that begin to dim your light again. All right. This is all about you stepping into your power, stepping into your sacred femininity, your divinity, stepping deeper into your heart, but knowing that that doesn't make you weak or vulnerable. All right. The heart is strong. Real love is strong, but it also knows boundaries, and it knows when to love up close and when to love from a distance. All right. And how to do that without attachment. All right. Divine sisterhood. Connect with those that support you, like we said. Your own masculine and feminine energies, continuing to unify and work with those. There's a powerful healing coming for you. That's what this card relates to. In some area of your life. Some area that you thought previously could not be healed. A wound that you thought could not be healed. A situation, there is a profound healing. And like this card says, even with the situation, with the person or the circumstance you have to let go of, there may be a way to shift the energy of the relationship, but that first and foremost requires you seeing the truth of what is there. All right. All right. So there may be a healing later down the road, or this to me, for a lot of you guys, just feels like a healing of yourself, some aspect of your life, of your being that you did not think could be healed. All right. Bringing that energy in for you. Some of you guys reconnecting with your galactic heritage, your angelic heritage, and moving forward deeper into the path of your divine destiny. The soul retrieval card speaks for itself. All right. This is powerful. This is intense, you guys. Regardless of how any situations may be healed, the healing comes from you standing in your power. Clear. Trusting your inner voice, trusting what you know, and moving from the heart space, but in an empowered sense. Initiation, yeah, right? Spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. This is what you've been going through, what you're continuing to go through. You're still in initiation this year, but the darkest part of that initiation has passed. All right, now this is the beginning, the integration and the healing, as you still, of course, move through this initiation. Like, it's not over until it's over, right? And it's never really over, but you guys know what I mean. Right? You're still in this process. You have to keep going, keep moving forward. And know that you are so incredibly divinely supported and protected at all times. All right, work with the Eye of Ra, the Eye of Horus. Work with wherever and whoever and whatever you're guided to. Just ensure that it is benevolent in nature. And if you guys want to work with me, like I said, my information on how to connect is in the description box below. If you haven't liked this video yet, hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates. If you have a Pisces in your life that you think would benefit from this video, please share it with them. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and click that bell with the little squigglies so you can get the notifications. You guys are so beautiful, so powerful, so incredible. So know that, own that, honor that. Respect that. I love, honor, and respect you. Talk to you guys soon.